welcome to Stretford Paddock. My name is Joe, and the news that Manchester United fans have been waiting for about 2 years has finally happened. Jadon Sancho to Manchester United. Here we go. Fabrizio Romano has tweeted, done deal confirmed, agreement reached between Manchester United and Borussia Dortmund, 90 million euros with add-ons, agent's fee and personal term agreed, contract until 2026, medicals pending, then it will be official. This is the saga of all sagas. This is the one that has been dragging on, like I said, for 2 years. We first saw Christian Falk talk about this tonight. We've been at the stage where this is about to happen for maybe a week now. And we finally saw it tonight. Like I said, Christian Falk was the first one. He went with that the deal is done for Jadon Sancho. Then we saw David Ornstein of The Athletic. He wrote, Manchester United agreed deal to sign Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund. United have agreed a deal with Borussia Dortmund to sign international footballer Jadon Sancho for an initial 85 million euros, which is 72 million pounds. Sancho, 21, is currently part of England's Euro 2021 squad. That's basically all the news that David Ornstein came with us there because it is such a fresh story. Sky Sports then followed. Manchester United have agreed a deal in principle with Borussia Dortmund for the signing of forward Jadon Sancho. The deals on the payment structure have now been finalised in a deal worth in the region of £73 million with personal terms already agreed. Dortmund's asking price at the start of the window is in excess of £85 million, and the deal is also £35 million less than the £108 million valuation last summer. Sancho will officially join after England's participation in the Euros, subject to passing a medical. Lads, we've done it. We've finally done it. It looked for a while like this one wasn't going to happen. We had all summer last summer building up with this. Everyone thinking it's going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's going to happen. It's not going to happen. Right till the last day, we thought it might happen, and it didn't. And now, almost a year later, we are finally done with Jadon Sancho to Manchester United. And the funny thing is, you hear a lot of people saying, oh, I'm sick of this, oh, Sancho's I'm bored of it now. He ain't even played for us yet. We've actually got that to come. Do you know the whole thing of him playing for us for 5 years, the whole reason why we're doing this, that's still to come. It almost feels like the transfer saga is the main event. Well, actually, him playing at Manchester United, that's what this is all about. We get so sucked into transfers and transfer sagas, you feel like buying the player is the most important thing. Actually, what we get to do now is the exciting prospect of actually watching him. That might be fun, you know? Rather than just reading about him playing for someone else and wanting to join United, we actually get to watch him play for Manchester United. We haven't actually got to watch him play for England very much this tournament, but pretty much everyone who's seen him play in the last 3 years over in Dortmund says how good he is, how much of a talent he is, how brilliant, everything that will bring to Manchester United. He's everything we don't currently have, and that's no slight on Dan James, that's no slight on Mason Greenwood, who, you know, are different types of players, maybe not quite the quality in Dan James's case, but, you know, not everyone can be the quality of Jadon Sancho. Mason Greenwood, of course, is a number 9 playing in that right wing role due to lack of options. We finally have someone who can play on the right. Also worth remembering, he can play on the left as well, Sancho. He can play down the middle. He is versatile. I'm sure he's going to be utilised primarily on the right-hand side for Manchester United because that's where we're so lacking. But this does maybe give chance for Rashford to have a night off, or for Bruno to have a night off as well if you want to play him in that number 10 role, which he has played in Borussia Dortmund occasionally. We actually get to see him play for Manchester United. Again, Christian Falk was the one that broke this tonight. I mean, it's been going on for a long time, and we kind of knew this was coming. We knew that this deal was going to be done. We've been talking about it being in the final stages for around a week or so now. But to actually take it over the line is such a relief. We can, we can sort of look back at what has been, I would say, maybe the biggest ever transfer saga that actually ended in that player signing for the club they've been linked with. Like, we saw the Gaetan stuff, we saw the Sneijder stuff, we saw, Cristiano Ronaldo coming back to Man United has been lingering and murmuring for 6 years, but we haven't actually signed him. I don't think there is a player in living memory that has been linked for a club so heavily for so long that then actually signed for them. I think this is the finale of the greatest transfer saga in football history. And, people in the comments saying, Agent Marcus, yeah, he was tweeting about it yesterday saying, yes. We kind of knew it was going from there. He said he was hacked, which, was he hacked or was he hacked by maybe, I reckon that might have been Jadon Sancho, who tweeted that. I just think temporarily hacked. No one hacks Marcus Rashford's Twitter and just puts yes in reply to a comment that he gets. That's not how that works. I reckon someone told him, go on then, write that. Someone saying, this is just like the Bruno saga. Bottom line is we get the player. The Bruno saga was lengthy, but it wasn't 18 months like this one's been. It was around 6 months, maybe a year at most. But yeah, like the video if you are happy Man United have signed Jadon Sancho. I'm so happy, to be honest. I'm so happy. The other day I was at home and I just watched a highlights video of him, which is everyone's favourite thing to do. I know it is. I know people want to have seen him play 50 games, tell you what he likes to eat before matches and all that. People want to be real experts. Just go and watch a highlights video of Jadon Sancho, because his movement, his passing, his dribbling, his vision is exceptional. Just do yourself a favour and go and watch it, because he's a brilliant player, and a player in a position that we've been lacking for so long. It's just the culmination of so much speculation and work from everyone, and I'm so happy about it. People saying CDM next. We've got crazy options. Now we just need a centre-back. Ornstein saying Sancho will be the number 7. I haven't seen that as of yet. But let me see if I can get some confirmation on that. I think that is going to be the case. Pretty exciting stuff. Maybe that was part of the contract that Sancho has agreed to. He will wear Manchester United's number 7 shirt. Well, thanks for that, Cavani. You just warmed it up a little bit, because it had stagnated a little bit, that number 7 shirt. Hadn't had the best of suitors for a few years, and Cavani just got the warmth back into it. When you've sat on a chair that someone else had already warmed? Cavani did that for Sancho. We can have a running start at being Manchester United's next iconic number 7. I like the number 7, the lore around the number 7. Obviously, some incredible players from Manchester United down the years wearing that number 7 shirt. But we've had some stinkers in recent years, and we need to get that tradition back up and running. And, Jadon Sancho is going to be a great person to fill that shirt. Brilliant. People saying Cavani's number 32, potentially. Sancho, you're the one. You still turn me on. Football's going home again. A slight tweak on the Gareth Southgate one there. Bye-bye, Martial, people are saying. Cavani is only here for one more season. He won't care too much about the number. I don't think he cares about the number either. And like you said, if he does care, well, he's only here for another year anyway, so it shouldn't be the end of the world. I don't think anyone's going to make too much of a fuss about losing the number 7 for one season. Let's go through this news again then. Manchester United have agreed a deal in principle for Jadon Sancho with Borussia Dortmund. The details of the payment structure have now been finalised in a deal worth in the region of £73 million. With personal terms already agreed. And this bit here is a sensational little bit of detail that we kind of knew already, but when you see it written down, this will be, one for the sort of Ed Woodwards of the world to be rubbing his hands together over. Dortmund's asking price at the start of the window was in excess of 85 million, so that's 12 million more than we've actually paid. But more crucially, this deal is also 35 million pounds less than the 108 million valuation last summer. Now, if you ask me or you ask a Manchester United fan, I'm sure most of them would say I would have paid 35 million to have maybe won the FA Cup, almost certainly won the Europa League, and potentially even gone further in the Champions League instead of dropping into the Europa League with Jadon Sancho there. And that would have been worth 35 million from a fan perspective. But from a business Glazer Woodward perspective, they will think that they have done the deal of the century here. One season later, and we get him for 35 million less than what Dortmund were asking for before. It's, like I said, it's just fantastic that this deal is finally over the line. We will be back later on. Me and Adam McCullough will be back at 9:30 with all the transfer roundup. We'll be getting Adam's reaction to this as well. We've got a few super chats before we go, but yeah, make sure you tune in tonight for Transfers Live. Of course, we'll be telling you the full details on the Sancho story, anything that comes out between now and then. But we thought Sancho's coming. We have to go live. Cosplay Gamer 907 says, how sick must Guardiola feel right now? Well, they've just got about 6 million quid, haven't they, for free? So, yeah, potentially, it's a gutting one, isn't it? It's almost like United letting Pogba go on a free and then he signs for City. We would have been pretty gutted. Tarcio Delphim says, best front four in the world. Here we go. I think if you're looking at it man for man, Rashford, Cavani, Greenwood, Sancho, Martial, I think, and obviously Bruno in there as well if you want to include him, that is as good as anyone's got. And I think there are some frailties behind those still. But if we can get those working properly, Rashford can get over his injuries, Sancho can be consistent for United and obviously adapt to a league he's never played in before, we could have something really special on our hands. And obviously, keeping players away from injuries is crucial to that as well, because Cavani missed a lot of games last season, lest we forget. Eric Nordade says, Agent Hazard was first, confirmed it on Monday. I don't know who that is, but congratulations to him. Michael Peralta says, hi Joe, love the show, and I'm very happy about Sancho, but we mustn't forget about the main evils here. A centre-back, a CDM need to happen. We move. Well, United are interested in a centre-back. Varane has been mentioned quite extensively when we've been speaking to journalists in recent weeks. Varane is someone that United are interested in. And if we don't get Varane, there is Pau Torres, there is Jules Koundé, there are other options waiting for United to approach them if we don't sign Rafael Varane. I'm pretty confident we're going to sign a centre-back this summer. I think we've said it before. John Murta, the director, the director of football, that sort of new structure that has been put in place over the last season, they want to start with a bang. If you were in a new job that just happens to be, the biggest football club in the world, who is constantly criticised by its fans for not spending equal to their cross-city counterparts, Man City, in the transfer window, you would be going, it's my first summer, you have to back me. And I reckon they're going to want to bring in some big signings. They've started with Jadon Sancho, which it's so good that this has actually finally happened. And I think we will get a centre-back. It may not be Varane, but he's the one who's looking, United's biggest target at this point. People saying Pogba must stay. Pogba is the biggest priority. That's another conversation to be had in it, because keeping him, you can keep him, but if he doesn't sign a new deal, this whole year is going to be tarnished with him signing for another club, him leaving at the end of the season, that sort of thing. But yeah, one more time before we go then. Finally, after 2 years of waiting, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed, and he wasn't the first, but he's the most unanimous, the biggest name in transfers. We all know that. He has confirmed Jadon Sancho to Manchester United. Here we go. Done deal confirmed. Agreement reached between Manchester United and Borussia Dortmund. 90 million euros with add-ons, agents' fees, and personal terms agreed. Contract until 2026. Medicals pending. Then it will be official. Ladies and gentlemen, Manchester United have finally signed Jadon Sancho. All that is left is to dot the I's, cross the T's, complete the medical after the Euros, and we'll be bringing you that update when it happens. We've done it. We've done it, lads. Now we actually have to watch him play for 5 years. That'll be a nice treat, won't it? Right, that's going to be all from me. Like I said, we will be back at 9:30 for Transfers Live. Myself, Adam McCullough, will be getting his reaction to this news and much, much more. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. We'll see you in a bit.